Welcome back to episode 20 of Free Thoughts from Freedom Chiropractic and Rehab. Thanks for tuning in. This week's quote of the week comes from Nelson Mandela. And he said, "May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears." We as humans, unfortunately, tend to make decisions in the short term rather than thinking about the long-term implications of them. So we often make decisions to avoid the day-to-day pitfalls that happen. But we don't make those same decisions to help and push us towards those long-term goals. We need to think about the things that we're hoping for, not just the things that we're fearful of today. Okay, let's talk about health. So Mandela said in his quote that our choices should reflect our hopes and not our fears. We cover this in the office pretty frequently on our new patient visits. One of the first questions I ask those patients is, "Why are you here?" And inevitably, the response from the patient is because I have pain, whether it's neck pain or back pain or knee pain or whatever it is. But then we need to dig a little deeper. It's not as clear-cut as just pain because we've all dealt with pain. We've all had pain, but it hasn't always prompted us to get help. More often than not, the people who are seeking help because the pain is interfering with their life. So for instance, I had a new patient this week, an older gentleman. He plays golf with his buddies. He hadn't been able to play for 3 weeks. He was rightfully concerned. He was afraid that he wouldn't be able to play golf again with his friends, that he's missing out on the social side of it. So that's a big thing for him. It's not just the pain, it's the time away from his friends. I had another new patient a couple of weeks ago who came in with knee pain. She was in the middle of training for a marathon that was coming up in about a month or so. Her concern was she wanted to be able to run her race. She was worried that the pain was going to prevent her from doing so. So running the race and playing golf with his friends reflect the hopes that Mandela was talking about. The pain that they feel reflects the fear that Mandela was talking about. We can't make decisions focusing on the near-term, short-term things. We have to focus on attaining the long-term goals. Now it's time for some good news. This week I want to tell you the story of Iris. Iris is an 8-year-old Great Dane from Ephrata, PA. Unfortunately, Iris wasn't doing well. She went to the vet, and the vet diagnosed a tumor in her nose. The family knew it was terminal, and they no longer wanted to watch her suffer. In her last night in their house, they placed an order at the local Texas Roadhouse. They ordered an 8-ounce steak with mashed potatoes and French fries and freshly baked bread. But they specifically placed a request on the order that said, "Last meal for our dog. Please prepare with love." And that's exactly what they got. When they went to pick up the meal, written on the outside of the case was "Prepared with love," with a handwritten note from the staff wishing the family well and saying that they were just honored to be a part of making this last meal for the dog. That's the kind of humanity that we need more of in this world.